Hey there, and thanks for joining me. In today's video, I'm taking a trip over to the other side of the hill. I'm driving on I-70 today through the Rocky Mountains, and I'm gonna give you all my tricks and tips and recommendations for when you're driving from Denver to the other side of the mountain. My destination ultimately is Ouray, but I'm gonna stop over in Parachute, which is near Palisade, and I've been living in Colorado for 5 years. However, I've been coming to Colorado since I have family here since I was about 14. So I've actually been making this drive for 30 years. So I'm gonna show you where I like to stop. I'm gonna show you what I like to do because I like to make a day of this. I mean, really, there's only about 2 solid hours of mountain driving on this drive, but you can really make a day of it. It's very fun, whether your destination is Steamboat Springs, Grand Junction, Aspen, Telluride, Breckenridge, Ouray. There's lots to do right off the highway, so let's take a trip. Okay, we're about to hit the road here. Well, tonight I'm spending the night in Battlement, Mesa, which is a covenant-controlled community in Parachute. It's not too far from Palisade, but in total, it's about a 3.5-hour drive, depending on traffic. Looks like we are gonna get a little traffic today. There's some construction on I-70, but it doesn't look like there's any snow. But you always want to be prepared for anything when you're driving through the mountains on I-70. So it's important to wear, layers. Keep in mind, you're going to be in your car most of the time. You're going to have the heater on. So I like to wear something like a sweater or a flannel. And then I keep a, heavier coat handy, usually a waterproof coat, just so I can grab it if I'm stopping off at the gas station and it's snowy outside or cold. I just open up the back door here, throw on my jacket. But anyways, I'm looking forward to hitting the road. We'll talk to you soon. All right, so we just started our drive here, and I actually have to use the restroom because I had a lot of coffee this morning. So I'm gonna stop here at Genesee Country Store. It's a good place to use the restroom and stock up on snacks. And funny story, before I was a realtor, I used to take orders and deliver to this place when I was in food distribution. But it's a good place, and I prefer to support small businesses versus, the big stores like the Circle K's and the 7-Eleven. So this is, you just exit 254 and a good place to get gas and stock up on snacks. So this is the money shot right here. When you've just left the city about 20 minutes ago, you come up here through Genesee and you see this beautiful view of the Rocky Mountains. And this is when you know you've left the city and you are in the freaking Rocky Mountains. It's absolutely breathtaking. And there's a few places you can stop and pull off and really take in this view. I'm gonna skip that today, but this is when you know you're on the road. Howdy folks, I'm here in the town of Idaho Springs, Colorado. And if you're native to Denver, you probably know Idaho Springs because you've climbed Mount Evans and stopped off for perhaps a beer or fill up your gas tank. But Idaho Springs is much more than just a pit stop. This town has a ton of history. As the sign says when you're coming up the I-70, Idaho Springs is where the gold rush started, which is because one of the most significant gold discoveries in the 1860s was by a man named George Jackson, who discovered gold here. And then there was a huge boom. This town once had 12,000 people in it. Compare that to today's population of about 1,800. Crazy. So as you know, this place is popular for a couple breweries like Tommyknockers and Westbound and Down. And let's not forget about Bojo, the home of the Colorado Pie. All right, so I just arrived in Silver Plume about an hour into my drive. Typically I leave from my home in Lakewood, and to Silver Plume it's only about 45 minutes. And I love to stop at Plume Coffee Bar. A lot of times when we're getting on the highway, you rush out of the house and you don't have your morning coffee. So this is a great first stop here in Silver Plume to grab a coffee. So let's go check it out.
Hey Daryl, how's it going?
Hi Julie, just the usual.
Would you like your usual orange mocha today? Perfect, let me get that started for ya.
so we're in front of the Eisenhower Tunnel here, which was built in 1973, and this is usually about the midway point of your journey. And this tunnel here is one of the longest in the United States and also one of the highest. And the purpose of it is really to protect motorists from the worst of the mountain weather, which, as you can see, actually, when I left Denver this morning, it was about 40 degrees and it was sunny out. Now we're up in the mountains here, and it's windy and it's snowing. So like I said, when you're driving on I-70, you need to be prepared for just about any weather. So I've had to gear up a little bit here and put my heavy winter coat on, but we're gonna drive through the tunnel now and get on our way to Parachute. So we are just now passing through Vail, and I rarely stop in Vail when I'm driving on I-70, simply because there's not a lot to do, and frankly Vail doesn't really appeal to me. I don't ski or snowboard or anything like that. And then the exit for Vail Town Center is usually in the winter quite busy, so parking's kind of a hassle and things like that. So usually Vail is not a stop off for me, but it is a beautiful little town. I mean, it's a beautiful area in the mountains, and obviously one of the most popular ski resorts in all of Colorado. So just not for me. So it's not often that I stop here. There is a Walmart sort of in West Vail, which is I guess if you need to use a restroom or something, pretty convenient. But Vail, not a stop for me. All right, I'm in Eagle now, and I usually always stop in Eagle because there's a Costco. And the gas, when you're driving through I-70, through the Rocky Mountains, is more expensive. And so Costco, if you remember, is gonna be the least expensive place to fill up. Plus I can get a slice of pizza here. So we are just filling up some gas, and we're gonna get back on the road here to Parachute. This is the last leg of our journey, and so far so good. So we've got about an hour left on our drive. We've made multiple stops, and I thought now would be a good opportunity to talk about safe driving on I-70. Now, there are a lot of very bad, very inconsiderate, and disrespectful drivers, honestly, in all of Colorado, Denver as well, and people just don't seem to know how to drive on I-70. Now, me, of course, I'm a good driver. Here's me ice drifting, but a couple things. Left lane is for passing, right? And if you're going fast, that's cool. Stay in the left lane, but you don't want to, cutting people off who are going faster than you are. Also, you want to maintain distance from other vehicles. This seems pretty obvious, but oftentimes I see vehicles just speeding past and they'll get right on the bumper of another vehicle. And on the I-70, this mountain highway, the weather is very dynamic. So it's hard to tell if the road's slick, icy, snow can happen anytime, visibility is sometimes quite poor. So it's important to, really be vigilant. I'm always making a conscious effort to keep a 2-car distance between me and the car in front. I just can't stand it when somebody's right next to me. That doesn't make any sense. And also keep your speed down. There are areas of the I-70 where the speed limit is 75, but you want to make sure you're adjusting to the road conditions, to the weather conditions. So don't go 75 if there's ice on the road. A lot of this seems to be very common knowledge, but I see people exercising very, very poor driving behavior on I-70, and this isn't a joke. I mean, fatal accidents happen up here pretty regularly, sad to say, and most of that is because people are just going too fast and frankly thinking they're a better driver than they are. Again, I'm a good driver. Here's me ice drifting. So anyways, it's important, maintaining a reasonable speed regardless of the posted speed limit. A lot of times you'll see they have these what are they called? The speed limit signs that are like LED lights. So they are adjusting. They're adjusting for weather and road conditions, but I see that people think that they can drive however they want on the mountain road. Now, the I-70 isn't like a hardcore windy mountain road, but I mean, you do need to consider in areas, I mean, there are drop-offs, and the barriers that they have there, I mean, aren't, you know, made of concrete. They're not that strong, and you could easily go over one of them if you're going a high enough speed. So just be careful when you're driving on I-70 and watch for others. I mean, implement your best defensive driving skills. And if you don't know what I mean by that, then take a class or something. But it's, you know, dangerous to drive up here on I-70, and there are just a lot of wacky people that frankly shouldn't be driving up here. And a little bit of a pet peeve. I mean, it makes me pretty upset sometimes to see people just, you know, going 90 miles per hour up here, total disregard, weaving in and out. And, you know, these are unskilled drivers. I mean, I get it if you're, you know, like me. Here's me ice drifting. You know, I'm doing my sim racing, and you know, so look, I've been driving all my freaking life since I'm from California, but look, I mean, you need to be careful up here. So don't be weaving in and out. Keep your lane changes to a minimum. Stay away from other vehicles. I mean, give yourself space. That's the key to staying safe up here on the 70, traversing the Rocky Mountains. All right, I've arrived at my final destination of the day, Battlement, Mesa, where I'll spend the night at my cousin's house, and tomorrow I'll head out to Ouray. Good morning. Well, we got some snow overnight here in the western slope. It's pretty cold. Today I am heading to Ouray, which is gonna be a 2.5 hour drive from here. I'm gonna continue west on I-70, then we're gonna take some smaller highways, don't recall which ones exactly, to the mountains there. And Ouray is one of my favorite places in all of Colorado, known as the Switzerland of America. Beautiful place. This weekend there is an ice climbing festival, which I've never been to and don't know much about, frankly, but we're gonna go exploring the ice festival in Ouray. So let's get on the road. All right, I am standing on Highway 50. Obviously, I'm not in the middle of the road, but I am on the highway here. And if you can see over here, this mountain range behind me, well, that's where we're headed. Those are the San Juan Mountains, and that is where you'll find Ouray and Telluride. Beautiful place, but I don't know how well you can see them over here. So let's continue on. All right, I've been driving for 2 hours or so, and time for a snack. So it's important when you're going on long drives to pack yourself some snacks so you don't have to stop. I've got a Cliff Bar here, peanut butter banana. Pretty good, pretty good. Hey there, I'm in Montrose, Colorado, and this is a point of interest. See, it says so. Hey there, I'm on my way to Ouray, and we're in the town of Olathe, Colorado, home of the Olathe sweet corn. I'm on my way to Ouray, and we're in Olathe, Colorado, the home of Olathe sweet corn and the Olathe Sweet Corn Festival. Now let's get on to Ouray. Okay, so I have arrived to Ouray, to the Matterhorn Inn, where I'll be staying the night. Looks like a pretty nice place. Let's check it out. We just pulled up to the Matterhorn Inn, which is a really good location because it's pretty much right downtown, just on the corner here. And beautiful views all around, as you can see. So I'm gonna get all of our stuff and head up to the room and we'll check it out. All right, so I just arrived to my room here at the Matterhorn Inn, and it's a pretty nice little room. I mean, it's very clean. It is quite small, but I mean, I'm the only one staying here tonight. The wife is at home in Denver, So I'm pretty pleased with it. It's got a nice hardwood floors, tile bathroom. I mean, you know, pretty basic, but again, the location is killer. It's right downtown, so I can walk to the main street in Ouray here, and you know, all the restaurants, all the shopping is just right here. So pretty cool room. All right, so I'm here at the Matterhorn Inn, and they do have free breakfast. And when I checked in, they asked me if I would prefer a breakfast burrito or a breakfast sandwich, which no brainer, breakfast burrito. So they gave me actually this bag breakfast, and of course I have a microwavable breakfast burrito. I've got a blueberry muffin, and I've got a yogurt. Pretty good. So actually that's pretty cool, because I could just heat that burrito in the microwave they have here, and I don't have to compete with all the other guests in the morning for a free breakfast. So I'm excited. It's chorizo too. I'm up, I'm ready to go. I'm enjoying my traveler's breakfast. Got some little Yoplait yogurt and a frozen breakfast burrito provided by the hotel I'm staying at. So I'm gonna eat this up and we're gonna get on the road. As sad as it is to say, we're leaving beautiful Ouray, Colorado, heading back to Battlement, Mesa, which is about a 2.5 hour drive. Let's hit the road. Well, I'm in Montrose, Colorado, and I'm about half an hour from Ouray. I just stepped out of the vehicle to take some shots. And I just really want to say, I get a lot of joy doing this, and being especially in rural Colorado. I mean, kind of in the middle of nowhere, walking in the middle of the street. No cars are coming, you know? It's pretty cool. Did want to give you an idea here, though, of what kind of community this is. Not gonna say anything, just letting you know. All right, so this is exactly why it takes me so long to get anywhere in Colorado, because I'm always stopping at places like this, Boardwalk Shops. So this is basically a row of antique stores, and how could I not stop? I like antiques, so I'm gonna go peek in, but we're not at this point on the I-70 any longer. I'm off of Highway 550, which leads into Ouray, but I saw this on the way into Ouray and on the way back. It's a Sunday, I didn't even know if it was open, but there are a few of these shops open, so I'm gonna check it out. So I met a lady who owns one of these antique stores who didn't want to be on camera, but she was just so interesting, telling me how, you know, vintage stores are not just about having cool old stuff. It's about keeping things out of landfills, you know, and making sure that things are getting as much use as possible. And we just live in a culture where, man, we want the newest thing, and every season we're changing our clothes and throwing away the old stuff. And it really was kind of eye-opening, because I haven't thought about vintage stores quite like that, is that like this stuff could very well be thrown away, but why? It's so cool, you know what I mean? And it you know, keeps things in circulation and creates less trash. So good perspective on vintage stores and the good work they're actually doing. So I'm taking a tour through the Ute Indian Museum, which is in Montrose, Colorado, and it's been here since 1956. So quite a long time. It's got some really amazing stuff in here. So one observation I have as I'm over here in Western Colorado. Now this may come as a surprise to you, since I live in the Denver area. I'm actually more familiar with Western Colorado really than I am the eastern side of the hill, as we say. And that's because as a kid, we came out here every Thanksgiving to Hotchkiss, which is a town that currently has a population of 1,000. So very, very small. So you know, I love it out here, but what I was going to say was that it's much more rural out here. I am on the 70, you know, the interstate highway, and the speed limit's 75, and there are just no cars on the road. There's a FedEx truck over there delivering packages. There's a guy behind me, and I'm going 75, and he's getting pretty close. But anyways, it's a different world out here. It really, really is. And it's really, really a beautiful place out in western Colorado. So if it's not a place you've spent much time in, I recommend you get out here and stop on your way to Moab and just check it out. Beautiful place. All right, well, that's gonna do it for our trip out to the western slope. Heading back home today. And what's great about heading home is that I live here in Colorado, so it's great. A 3.5 hour drive. Hopefully, since it's a Monday, there will be less traffic today, but it's early morning, so time to hit the road. All right, so since the breakfast place that I'm stopping at has crap coffee, I'm stopping to get one on the way out of Parachute, and fortunately it's right off the highway and they have a drive-through and the coffee's really good. So I'm gonna pop through the drive-through here and get myself an Americano. Good morning, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm great. Can I get an Americano, please?
Absolutely.
I would like that hot. You guys have 16 ounce?
I do.
That'll do it. And then also, can you guys sell beans through the window? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have a bag of beans, whatever medium roast you have. Just the beans. Yeah, thank you. Half pound. How much is a half pound? And a whole pound's 18, or is there a value option there? No, I'll go with the whole pound. Let's do the whole pound. Whole pound of beans. Okay, so we'll get a whole pound. Nope, that'll do it.
All right, cash or card?
Card. All right. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, I'll have it right out for you.
All right, I think I just wait here. I usually go inside, but this is a good little shop. It's called Boutique and Coffee. So when you're driving over around the western slope, coming through Parachute, you'll see a big Love's and McDonald's gas station sign, and you can easily see the Boutique and Coffee from the highway. Okay, when you're heading back to Denver, you're heading east on I-70 from the western slope, and you get on the road. Usually when I get on the road, I just kind of leave. Maybe I have coffee, but I rarely eat. So this is one of my favorite stops in Glenwood Springs for breakfast. It's called Daily Bread. Fantastic menu, really good food, and very, very nice service. Let's go have some breakfast. So I'm just trying to decide what I'm gonna have. They have a lot of unique menu items here. For example, the Polmex skillet, which has Polish sausage, tomatoes, jalapenos, onions, and melted jack cheese. They've got a Greek skillet, which has spinach, tomatoes, black olives, feta, and herbs. A Scandinavian skillet with smoked salmon, red onions, and potatoes. So they've got a lot of unique and interesting menu items, which is why I like this place so much. You can get, you know, your typical bacon and eggs breakfast and all these, you know, unique offerings they have here at Daily Bread. Great place. So sitting down for breakfast at Daily Bread in Glenwood Springs. I was able to be seated quickly since it's a Monday. If you're here on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I would expect a wait for sure. It gets busy here, but if you get here early, they open at 7:30, you have a good opportunity to be seated quickly, but it's a popular place, so prepare to wait. All right, so I went with the Polmex skillet, which has scrambled eggs, potatoes, jack cheese, Polish sausage, and I'm doctoring it up with a bit of tapatio here. I'm looking forward to this. All right, let's try this Polmex skillet. It's freaking awesome, and it's a lot of food. Polish sausage is awesome. Great place. The sausage is really nice and smoky. The potatoes are crispy. Eggs are scrambled perfectly. It's a great place. Daily Bread, shout out. All right, I just finished an amazing breakfast here at Daily Bread. One of my favorite places to eat breakfast here in Glenwood Springs. And now it's time to hit the road. so I'm heading back to Denver, and I thought this was worth showing you. This is a rest stop called Grizzly Creek, I believe, and it's just a few minutes outside of Glenwood Springs on your way back to Denver, and it's absolutely stunning. This is just a rest stop, but it reminds me of the days when I would drive up to San Francisco from Orange County or to Las Vegas from LA, and thinking about just how gross those rest stops are and how absolutely stunning this is. So, if you get pissed off because somebody cuts you off on I-70, you just come down here, sit by the river, and enjoy the sounds of the rushing water. It's kind of calm right now, but I love the sound of waterfalls, a rushing river. Very calming. But also the bathrooms here are nice and clean. So a good place to stop if you need a little break. This is Grizzly Creek Rest Stop just outside of Glenwood Springs. Hey there, behind me is one of my favorite places to stop at when I'm driving along I-70, Matterhorn Bakery and Cafe. This place is outstanding. I believe it's one of the highest rated restaurants in Frisco, and probably one of the highest rated in any mountain town, maybe barring Aspen and Vail, something like that. But this place is excellent. They've got great pastries, baked goods, sandwiches, soups, all kinds of stuff. Great variety here, and everybody is super friendly and nice. When you're in Frisco, Colorado, be sure to check this place out. Another great place to stop, either heading east or heading west on I-70, is this scenic overlook just in between Dillon and Frisco. It has no exit number, it just says Scenic Area, and it's really beautiful, overlooking the Dillon Reservoir, and you can see off into Breckenridge. And again, it's there's no restrooms here, so just kind of a place to stop and take in the beautiful scenery of the Rocky Mountains while you're traveling along I-70. And again, if somebody's acting like a jerk on the road and you just need some solace, you can stop off here and hang out. Beautiful place in Dillon, Colorado. Okay, so Silverthorne has some outlet stores if you need to do some shopping. I actually am gonna go check out the Crocs outlet because I'm looking for those Crocs that I can wear in the snow that kind of have the Sherpa lining on the inside, because every time I have to take our trash out in the snow, I actually wear these Crocs slides and my feet get all wet. So, and I don't want to have to put on shoes and tie them and everything, just want to slip them on. So let's go see what they have here at the Crocs outlet. Alrighty, let's go see what they've got in the Crocs outlet. Okie doke. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good.
Is there something in particular we're looking for today?
Well, actually, kind of. I want some Crocs that I can wear in the snow. Are those Sherpa line ones? Can I wear those in the snow? Would that be all right?
You could. I just wouldn't want the liner to get wet. Kind
Yeah.
of thing. Or there's these ones that are
Oh, okay.
here.
Oh, all right. Oh, because these are like full-on clogs. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Like outdoors. Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, sounds good. All right, I'm going to take a look around and decide what we're going to do here. I appreciate it. All right, I just picked myself up a pair of new Crocs. These are gonna be great for taking the trash out. They were $54.99, which was a savings of about 10 bucks. Not tremendous savings, but hey, 10 bucks is 10 bucks. Got a new pair of Crocs. All right, so we are wrapping up our trip across the Rocky Mountains on I-70. Officially now off of I-70 and heading home. So we'll just be wrapped up here in a few minutes, in about 15 minutes or so. One final thing I like to do before I get home is get the car washed. I just go through one of those drive-throughs, cobblestone. But when you drive through the mountains, there's a lot of dirt, snow, bugs, things flying off the back of big rigs, stuff like that. So your car is going to be pretty dirty after driving through the mountains, especially if there's harsh weather. So we're going to go get it tidied up. Okay, and now for our last little piece of business before we head home, getting the car washed. All done, nice and clean. Home sweet home. That was a great trip. The weather was perfect. There wasn't a lick of traffic, and I'm home safely. And that'll do it for our I-70 road trip through the Rocky Mountains. I had a great time, and if you enjoyed this video, I would be honored if you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you're alerted every time I come out with new content. And if you have any questions about the trip or you have any feedback from me, please drop that in the comments. I reply to every comment on this channel. And remember, while I absolutely love exploring the great state of Colorado and sharing it with you, making content like this, it's my passion to help people find their best quality of life through real estate. So if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the great state of Colorado, my information is at the end of this video and also in the description. So please feel free to reach out. I'm Daryl Vaughn, your quality of life realtor, and I'll see you in the next video.